Hi, Damien here for Automotive Superstore. If you're shopping for a new set of wheels and tyres for your car and you're not exactly sure what's going to fit, this is the video for you. Let me run you through all the important measurements and sizes and specifications you need to know to choose the perfect set of wheels. Now, it's important to note that it's not really feasible for wheel manufacturers to make a very specific bespoke wheel offset and size for every single vehicle on the road. And so what happens is they tend to go, well, here's a size that is popular amongst these vehicles, and we'll put our wheel size somewhere in the middle to suit as many of those vehicles as we can. And it's your job as a buyer to make sure that you're buying a wheel that's going to fit within that range for your specific car. Before we get into the details of that, let's talk about the very basics of what the measurements and dimensions of a wheel are and how they differ from vehicle to vehicle. Let's use this one as an example. So we have an 18-inch rim, and that is the diameter, by 8.5. Now, it's not actually the measurement from the outer edge to the outer edge like this. It's actually the measurement from the mounting inside to inside here where the tire actually sits. That's the actual width of this wheel. So it's 8.5 to there. The actual realistic dimensions from side to side on this is 9.5, but it's considered an 8.5-inch wheel. Then there's something called offset. Now, if you have a look at this plane here, this is what mounts to the actual hub in your car. The offset is a measurement that is the difference between the center position, which would be 0 offset. If let's just say that that was in the very center of this 8.5-inch rim, it would be a 0 offset wheel. But most wheels tend to be either a plus or a negative offset, typically a plus offset for front wheel drive or all-wheel drive vehicles, and going more towards the opposite direction, depending on whether you've got a rear wheel drive vehicle or a commercial vehicle or something like that. So effectively, if you've got 0 offset and you say you have a plus 30 offset or an ET30, that means it's 30 millimeters offset from the center position, this direction. If it's a negative offset wheel, let's say it's negative 30 offset, it's going to be 30 millimeters from the center, this direction. That's going to be the mounting plane. Now, obviously getting your offset correct is vitally important because of clearance issues. You need to make sure that the wheel's sitting in the proper location inside the wheel well. It's clearing the suspension on the inside, it's clearing the outer guard on the outside. It's not fouling anything when the wheel's turning or when it's going up and down its suspension travel. It's also got to clear the brake caliper. Next up is PCD, or pitch circle diameter. So this spacer here is a bit easier for me to explain it with. It has 10 bolt holes, 2 different PCDs that are 5 stud. If you drew an imaginary line through the center of 5 of these, you would get 1 PCD. The other 5, you would get a different PCD. The inner ones here are 5 by 112 millimeters. The outer ones are 5 by 114.3, 2 very common PCDs on the market. So PCD is that measurement, that imaginary line that goes through the center of the bolt holes in your wheel. And so you need to make sure you've got the exact same PCD of the wheel you're buying to match the wheels on your car. So let's talk about wheel studs, wheel bolts, wheel nuts. That's another area where wheels can differ. So this is a wheel bolt here. You can see the angle here and here where this seats into the wheel itself. That's a flat pitch like this. Whereas this one here, which is a factory one off my car, it's got a curve to it. So it's curved like this. That's 2 different seating style types, and you need to make sure that the wheels you've got and the bolts you use or nuts you use to secure those to your car have the correct pitch to match the wheels you've chosen. You may have this pitch on your car from factory, but your new wheels require, say, this pitch for them to secure properly. The next up is bore center diameter. That's the bore here inside the wheel. It locates on the hub, and the entire weight of the vehicle is carried by this area here. It's important to make sure that the hub locates into this properly to carry that weight, and it's not carried by the wheel studs themselves. Now, it's not always the case that you're going to buy a wheel that's got the exact same sized bore hub center here as your hub. What the manufacturers tend to do is they make a wheel with a larger center, and then they'll provide you these locating rings that clip inside and make up the difference. And finally is the load rating of the wheel. And what's important really is that the load rating of the new wheel meets or exceeds the load rating of your factory wheel. The challenge is the factory wheel's load rating in kilograms is kind of impossible to find. What you can do though is you can look at the tyre placard inside your door jamb. It'll give you the tyre sizes, and then there'll be a number and a letter, and it might be say 93 or 96 V or Y, something like that. The number correlates to a weight rating, and here's a chart I'll show up of common numbers and weight ratings for tyres. That's the same rating as the wheel's going to require. And so when you go onto our website and have a look at the different wheels we've got for sale, you'll see in the specifications on the list below the wheel the specific load ratings in kilograms for each wheel. Now, if you're going to be changing wheels, there's a pretty good chance you're going to get new tyres at the same time. If you're keeping like for like and they're an identical size tyre, the only thing that really matters is the load rating and speed rating at least are as good as the tyres you take off, or the number that's on the tyre placard that I showed you before. Now, what's important when you change a wheel size, say going from 17 to 18 or 18 to 19 and so on, is the tyre aspect ratio needs to be adjusted to make sure that the overall rolling diameter of the tyre is not too far out from the original tyre, so your speedo is accurate, and also so you don't have things like problems with rubbing against your guards or inner liners. This is a 245/35/19, and that means it's 245 millimeters in tread width. The aspect ratio, which is the 35, is, let's just call it a percentage of the width. So if this was a 45 series, it would be taller. If it was a 30 series, it would be narrower. And if I go from a 19 to a 20, if I do a 245/35/20, the rolling diameter is going to change. It's going to be much larger. So I might need to go to a 245/30 aspect ratio sidewall to maintain a similar overall rolling diameter to stock. Now, an obvious question is, where do you actually find the specific information about your vehicle for all these numbers, all these measurements? It's a combination of places actually, and oftentimes it's not really simple to find on the vehicle itself or even in the manual. The tyre placard I mentioned before will tell you your specific tyre option sizes for your vehicle, as well as their load ratings and speed ratings. For your wheels, one place to find them is, if you've got your factory wheels still on the car, on the back will be, somewhere in the casting will be the numbers. This one says 19/9 ET52, so a 52 offset 19/9 inch wheel for my vehicle in this specific case. Another simple way obviously is just Google your vehicle's model number or model type and PCD or wheel size. You'll find that information fairly easily online. In the drop down menu, select wheels and tyres. Here we have wheels, tyres, and wheel and tyre accessories. Let's go into wheels. You've got a choice of off-road, street and track, or drag racing. I'm going to go street track for my car. We've got a very wide range of wheels available, and we're always adding new ones. I'm going to start with wheel stud pattern. Now, I know my car is a 5x112. Next up, let's have a look at wheel diameter. I want a 19 inch. Then I'm just going to click on what's in stock currently at the distributors. Next up, I'm going to choose Rotiform because I like those for my car. And here we have all the available Rotiform models in a 19 inch 5x112. For width, it's shown me that only 8.5 and 10 inch are available. 10 inch may be a bit wide, so I'm going to go 8.5. It's very close to my factory size. And then have a look at the different styles. And I like this one down here. It's a mesh style. Let's open that one up and have a look. So I can see it's a +45 offset, which is very close to my original size as well. If I scroll down, I can see a bit more information here just to confirm. 19x8.5, 5 stud, 5x112, +45. My centre bore, 66.56, which is larger than the one I've got on my car, which is 57.1. Here I can see the load rating of 725 kilos, which is ideal. So let's go ahead and choose 4 of those. Just add those to cart. I'm going to come back across here and go into tyres. Again, we've got a choice, but I'm just looking for passenger tyres. Now I know the exact size I want, so I'm going to start with tyre size. There are a lot of sizes to choose from, so just scroll down where you need to find your size. Here we have 245, 35, 19, that's the size I'm after. Availability in stock. Now the High Fly doesn't go to the same speed rating I need, but this Goodyear does. 93Y matches my factory spec. It's the right size. You can also see down here in the additional information, it's got a softness rating of 300, which is very typical of a high performance tyre. So let's choose 4 of those and add to cart. It's as simple as that. So once your wheels and tyres have arrived, you can take them to your local wheel and tyre place, and it's anywhere between $25 and $40 per wheel and tyre to have them mounted and balanced. They'll also provide you your valves at that point, and once they're all mounted up, you're ready to go. So they're all the things you need to know to find the perfect set of wheels for your car. Hopefully this video has been handy for you. Down below there'll be a link that'll take you through our website to find a set of wheels for your ride. While you're down there, like and subscribe as always, and I will see you next time.